Hello everyone, this is Akshata Shetty and you're watching Being Aksh. Well, to introduce myself, I am a qualified company secretary and I am also a commerce and law graduate as well. Alright, we have just 10 to 12 days left for our CS exams, so I hope all of you are doing your preparations up to the mark, right? So I'm not going to be wasting much of the time because you have lots to study, I know that. So today's video is going to be all about some hacks to crack your MCQ based exams, right? So in CS executive stage, we do have some MCQ subjects, right? We don't have it in professional level, but we do have it in executive level. So to crack MCQs, it's not just the hard work you need, but also the smart work, right? You have to think smart and you have to work smart. Only then you can crack MCQs with good marks. So without wasting time, let's quickly jump into the video. Trick number 1, read the question completely. Okay, sometimes we don't have the patience to read the full question at all. Say for example, if you have 100 MCQs and if you have 100 minutes of time, then we definitely do not have so much of time to read the entire question. But don't do that mistake. Read the entire question even if you know the answer halfway. Okay, because what happens, sometimes the answer will be in the question itself. Sometimes you never know, as you read the question, you get so many clues, you get so many ideas, and the logic sometimes may be hidden in the question itself. So that is why don't directly jump into circling in the OMR sheet. No. Read the question first and understand that. I mean, don't spend more than 30 seconds in reading a question, but make sure you read it in totality and not halfway. Trick number 2 is answer in your mind first. Okay? See guys, what happens, as soon as we read a question, we tend to look at the options first. But don't do that. Read a question and at least spend 5 to 10 seconds in analyzing what the answer is. At least for questions that you have read, that you can recall, don't look at the options. Close the options and just read the question and take a wide guess. Otherwise, what happens? You might have one answer in your head and after looking at the options, you will definitely go puzzled, right? So if you have one certain option in your head, maybe that will become helpful for you to guess the right answer. You can even underline the important terms or keywords that might lead you to the correct answer. Trick number 3 is eliminate wrong answers. Yes. Say for example, there might be 2 nearest answers in a question. In such case, what you can do, you can eliminate the most irrelevant options. By following this technique, you are actually saving a lot of time because you are filtering out the most unnecessary options. Okay, I'll give you a simple example for this. If you have 4 options like 100, 150, 200 and 1000. Now, it is simple common sense that 1000 may not be the answer because rest of the 3 options are near, right? See, sometimes you have to apply your brain and logic sometimes, right? More than knowledge, common sense is necessary to crack these exams. Trick number 4 is time management. Yes, as I said initially, don't spend more than 30 seconds in reading a question and in totality, don't spend more than 1 or 1.5 minutes in answering a question. See, you don't know a question. Just don't spend entire 5 or 10 minutes on that single question. It's okay even if you don't know. It's okay even if you can skip that question. Okay, don't give your heart and soul into that question. Move on, jump into next question and always answer those questions that you know first. By doing this, you will also increase your confidence to answer rest of the paper. Each and every second is important in exam. Those 3 hours are never going to come back in your life. If you pass, you will become qualified. If you fail, you have to wait for another 6 months. So you have to value those 3 hours very much, guys, very much. So that's why plan your time beforehand and I hope you always carry your watch during exam. So allocate time for every part, maybe for every 10 questions. If you don't know a question, leave it. Round mark, circle that question and move on so that you can come back to it later when you have time. Trick number 5 is make a conscious guess. You never know, maybe with 1% luck, you might clear your MCQ paper. By this, I don't mean to say, do inky pinky ponky, father has a donkey, whatever. Don't do that, okay? Don't do inky pinky ponky. If your gut feeling or if your instinct says go with option C, Akshata, go with option A. Done. Lock karo. Yes, that's it. Okay. That's how, right? But be very careful with negative marking. Again, as I told, don't do this guessing work for all the questions. Maybe you can take chance for 2 or 3 questions. That too, after answering all the questions that you know. Because in the beginning, don't keep playing inky pinky ponky. No. Okay, don't waste your time. Use your time productively and make all these circus activities only during the last 40-45 minutes of your paper. Okay, because you will be relieved. At least you would have answered most of the questions that you know. So you will have that. You can afford to spend such time on the guessing wala part. Okay. Trick number 6 is all of the above and none of the above options. Yes, I know most of you will blindly take all of the above options when that option is given at the end. Why? Because that is a common practice. But remember, that might not always work out. Right? I know 75% of the times it is all of the above. When all of the above is given, that itself is the right answer. But also make sure to read the rest of the 3 options. You never know. Okay? Maybe the answer lies in the above 3 options and not in all of the above. One more simple hack is, if there are 2 correct answers in a given question and if there is also all of the above in the given question, then don't look at here and there, just tick mark all of the above. Because you of course have 2 answers, 2 right answers, and maybe the examiner has just given another option to confuse you. So in such cases, don't think of anything, just give all of the above. Trick number 7 is yes or no question. Yes. So when the MCQ based question is based on yes or no, then there are almost 85% chances of the correct answer being yes. The researchers have proven that usually yes is the right answer because the examiner wants to focus on the positive part and not the negative part. Okay, in simple words, if yes or no option is given, then 85% of the times yes is the right option. That's it. Trick number 8 is first impression is the best impression. Yes, whatever answer that strikes to your mind as soon as you look at a question might be the best answer because you would have chosen the most nearest and the probable answer. Trick number 9 is long one, right one. Yes. So this trick means that whichever option has more number of information or whichever option is very long or very lengthy seems to be the correct answer. Why? Because the examiner would have put so much of efforts in bringing all the information into that option. Okay, so in such cases there are very high probabilities of the longest answer being the right answer. And the last trick is tick the correct answer on the question paper first and then circle it in the OMR sheet, right? So yeah, you're not supposed to write anything on the question paper, but you can make a very small tick. That will not matter, of course. So you can make, or you can maybe put a dot or something like that, and at the end you can go and circle on your OMR sheet. Otherwise what happens, maybe you would have circled one option A in one question, and after 10 minutes if you read that question again, you might feel option D is the right answer. Then you can't undo that, right? It looks very shabby, and in some exams that is not at all allowed. Once you have circled it, then that is done. Maybe there are chances that they won't consider your answer at all if you shade for more than one option, right? So they will not consider all your mandala art designs. So the best tip is to tick mark all the answers on your question paper first and then sit for a while and circle all your options on the OMR sheet. So yeah, this was all about some MCQ hacks, and I hope this was all useful to you all. And this is the time where you have to believe in your instincts, right? So sometimes, you know, in life, when we are very confused as to which option to choose, we always go with our gut feeling or with our instincts. So the same way, even to crack MCQ exams, you have to follow your gut feeling sometimes. Okay, so yeah, wishing you all the good luck. I hope you will all crack your MCQ exams with flying colors. To fairly follow all these strategies, you need to study, study and study. Okay, so studying is the key and revision is the key. Continue your studies and all the very best for your exams. Also, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye bye guys, take care.